بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome all of you wherever you are. I welcome you back with this lecture with your program Fatwa Life that comes to you on Tuesday the 29th of Ramadan, the blessed day. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to end Ramadan with His satisfaction and to be freed from the hellfire. And tonight's lecture, I'll start with the decision from the ISGH Fatwa Committee about the Eid prayers that Ramadan will end tomorrow. We are pleased to claim that since the Hilal cannot be seen, that it will all over the Islamic world, that tomorrow will be the completion of Ramadan, and Thursday will be the day of Eid بإذن ta'ala. So the 12th of May will be the completion of Ramadan. I'm making the translation. Okay, no, inshallah. I was talking to you. I have to go back to the translation. Do you need anything? Okay. 7:30. 7:30. Okay. Inshallah. Okay, inshallah. Tonight is the last night of Ramadan, and the Taraweeh of tonight is the last Taraweeh in Ramadan, the blessed day. And we will meet, Allah willing, next Ramadan, inshallah, with goodness, inshallah. And Allah accept from all of you. So we go back to the questions of tonight. The first question: what is the rule about investing in real estate that's going to build a commercial building and then rent it and then sell it? One of these places is going to be selling alcohol. It's less than 10% of the total sale. The rest is okay. So what is the rule about going into this? First, we ask Allah's success. If the investor is the decision maker in this matter, as if his share is high, where he could make the decision, then he will not allow anything that is forbidden, even if it is little, and not to make an investment that rent to somebody who's gonna sell alcohol. Because alcohol is the mother of all sins, and there is 10 that are cursed in it. So he's a part in the board for that company or some influence in it. He's not allowed to allow any dealing that is forbidden. If he did, then he is an actor in it and he's a participant. If that is not his decision, nor any share whatsoever, except just a regular investor with limited shares that don't allow you to make any decision or to make any decision in that, then you can talk about the things that are mixed. The Assembly of Muslim Jurists of America, they have a decision that says to invest in the stock market or in the shares, whether it's a global or local, or the same company you work with, it is allowed with the following guidelines. The first one: stay away from investing in the things that are forbidden or that's doubtful, like in the bank, or that has usually or insurance companies and low class media, and the alcohol factories or places of gambling or nightclubs or things of drugs that is forbidden. Second, look at the to participate in the companies that are mixed, and there is some of the scholars who said that it is allowed from those rules, that the main objective or activities of this is on something permissible, like agriculture, factory. The percentage of the thing that is forbidden is very minimum for its activity, whether it's in the expenses or the loans or the income or the investment. From the thing that are some of the people are suggested that it should not exceed 5%, and loans that's on the company no more than 30%, and the income that is forbidden more than 5% of the income, or the investment that is forbidden more than 30%. These are different. It should be in the lowest possible way. Then the last thing, to purify the profits that you receive from it by getting rid of the thing. Some of the scholars said about it's okay for those who copied it, and whoever want to protect himself, nothing better to safeguard yourself. Second question, is it haram, forbidden, that a woman put something on her nose? We are used to have earrings in the ear. In some cultures, they pierce the nose. They put some jewelry or something in the nose. Is that permissible, or is it not allowed? So we tell the sisters, the garment for the woman, it is permissible originally, whatever is known to be part of the garment and it's not forbidden by itself, then it should be permissible. Allah says, is what is established on raised in beauty. The Prophet he took some gold and some silk. He said, this is forbidden on the females of my ummah and allowed to the females. So if the tradition that to beautify the nose, this is okay. Ibn Uthaymin says in his fatwa to pierce the nose, I don't know anything about it, but it has you are not beautifying the face, you are actually putting a flaw. But if it is in an area where it looks like it is a part of beautifying, then it is okay to pierce the nose. I mean, a woman is asking, I thought that garment, the gold, if it is for garment, no zakah on it. But for me, I have gold, but I didn't use it all. Maybe certain pieces I use. Do I have to pay zakah? And who's supposed to pay the zakah? The woman don't work. Is the husband pay her zakah? So we tell her the zakah, it's something disputed among the scholars. The majority, as you have said, that you don't pay the zakah on it. But the Ahnaf, they are different. They obligated the zakah on it because of the hadith that required the zakah and special ones. and follow them on that ijtihad, the people of Bloodhound, to safeguard yourself. To safeguard yourself, you pay it. If it reaches a certain, 85 grams, and stays for a year, and which is 2.5%. Now remember that the husband cannot be forced to pay zakah on his wife. That's not of the required garments. This is your own garments. So you are the one who's responsible to pay the zakah on it or not. But if they did, and that should be from the goodness, not the expenditure that is required. Question: if the debt on the someone bought a house with Islamic or non-Islamic, he have debts. Can this debt be taken from the zakah? If someone buys a car, they make a. Do you pay the zakah, the payments from the zakah, to say that the only the current parts that you do, like if you have a house that you have payments over 30 years, do you take this loan from the zakah every year? So every person who bought a house, you need to put himself not to pay zakah. How many of that was the right of the so you take with this year only. So every year is different obligations. Just like Allah allowed you to pay your debt, then you pay the zakah. Don't cut the whole loan. But the close debt, you could take it from the zakah. That's easy. So you have to return it back. Ameen. Ameen. A question about drug, and then he explains it. I will become a representative for the customers to buy these products. I don't own the product. I connect the buyer with the seller, and I make my profit. Is that accepted? If you only on commission, then and you are just someone in the middle, nothing wrong with you getting your money, but to put yourself as the seller and you don't own it, and this from a major part of Allah said that whatever you sell, that should be owned by you. Someone comes and asks me for the product. I don't have it. I go and buy it for him, and then I give it to him. He said, "Oh Hakim, don't sell what you don't own." The exception, the selling of as-salam. Something described was something paid ahead of time.
وده من رحمة الله سبحانه وتعالى وتوسعته على عباده. سموه بيع المفروض.
They call it the selling of the
عنده أزمة عنده مزرعة.
someone has a plantation.
يتعجل ثمنه.
He could pay it ahead.
فإذا جاء زمن الوفاء قدم هذه السلعة للبائع عكس البيع بالتقسيط.
And selling in payments, you are rushing, taking the area, you delay the rent. You rush to take in the products and this, and just like selling with the payments, that's why they call it the in the country area that count on agriculture, the one who cultivating the land before the 2 months, he always have a financial problem. So he sells part of his part for he cultivate. He will rush the payment for it. Allah will make it easy on him, and will time for so he have the Prophet ﷺ came to Al-Madinah and he found that they're taking the, he said, who is like Islam? The what he sold is not what you have, but he sold something that is described, not something known. He didn't point and said, I will sell you this and I'll give it to you after 3 months. No.
سأبيعك أردب من القمح سأبيعك 20 سيارة بمواصفات كذا وكذا أو حتى في عالم
even at the time of Tawaf on Hajj, I will sell you to live with 100 people and I sell you.
إذا كانت الخدمة والتزم بها في ذمته وتعجل أخذ الثمن واتفقوا على
And they have agreed on when they go to you have to believe with something that is known. Do you put the zakat in the masjid as personal items? You are making zakat on what? Zakat al-Fitr, yes. We take it as food and we put the food in the entrance of the masjid, and because the nature of the person of al-Fitr, that it is the Prophet ﷺ, he measured it as 1 sa' of food. It's different than the mal, the money. It is currency, so you don't take it unless there is a need for the poor. Is it he's only responsible for his own
وأن يحسن إلى والديها ويطيب خاطرها بهذا نبلة ورقي وخلق كريم والبر لا يبلى والديان لا يموت.
Allah counted and they forgot him and all of this in a book, and Allah do not go astray, and He does not forget. He's responsible to pay for expenditure, and He don't responsible for His own kids. But if He did, this is from the goodness of living, but He don't force people in it. How much is the saw? There is different accuracy measure. The average, I don't think it will go up. I think it decreases. So if you took 3 kilos, then you are safeguarded yourself. Origin is Salah Al Fitr, that we take it food, and you can go to the value. If this is much better for the needs of the Ameen, Allahumma Ameen. Ameen. The question after that: what is the rule about working in being a judge? If there is any area where like what Allah said, if there's a decision to work in the civil court system outside Muslim country or inside of it, when the rules are the Sharia on this. I prefer that I take the answer until I bring you with the decisions. It was written carefully. So inshallah next time I will answer you on this question. I stress that the decisions, when we say ijtihad, meaning that's the best effort, and to have a unification between the scholars, it really helps. So what the expert is looking into it and how deep it should be, and this is gonna go for 9 days or so. So I hope it's good for you, inshallah. في عالم تمس حاجة الناس إلى